13 nights over the span of 50 days, the revolution has arrived, and with it exciting Bushido action, the likes of which have never been seen before. The HONOO GP, the centerpiece of this glorious debut, the epic 6-round tournament, has all led to this. Davey English versus Danny Thorpe, and tonight in the Tokyo Dome, a man will walk out with the HONOO World Heavyweight Championship. Tonight, a man will lie on the mat in shame. This is pro wrestling in its purest form. This is HONOO. Hello and welcome to HONOO Pro Wrestling. I am your host, Brick 9mm. Xemyr is, he's at home, I guess. Yes, he's sick. But he is absolutely watching this most historical HONOO pay-per-view event thus far, and it will determine the HONOO World Heavyweight Championship. Tonight, we have 9 matches coming to you live from the Tokyo Dome. Yes. First, kicking things off is Azumi Takahashi versus Wild Mike, the return of Azumi Takahashi. Yes, after getting injured from Ricky Backdrop, she is back, and better than ever. Next, we have Ross Cromley versus Killbo, the kickboxing clown. Boxer versus kickboxer. Afterwards, another karateka matchup as Bluce Lee takes on Xemyr Le Bae. Impressive up-and-coming fighter Vanessa Saunders will take on Cadman in a pure kickboxing matchup. Next, a HONOO GP rematch, Tyson Apollo versus The Wall Jr. Then, Sam Bopp will take on Richard Richards. Yes, Sam Bopp versus Richard Richards. Victor Kai versus Midnight Jones, the blood feud will come to a head. Community chest. Will Community chest stand tall? Then, the conclusion of the best of 3 series, Ricky Quick versus Lukas von Hahn 3. And finally, in the main event, the HONOO World Heavyweight Champion and the winner of the HONOO GP will be decided as Davey English, King of the A Block, takes on Danny Thorpe, Conqueror of the B Block. It is now time for our opening contest, the Excellence of Execution. Wild Mike will take on Azumi Takahashi in the Tokyo Dome. Azumi was injured, but she is now healed up and received that special bonus that you get when you're a karateka. Just take punishment and come back from it. Her defenses are higher, but no defenses are too high for Wild Mike, the innovator of frozen pizza, to penetrate. Yes, Wild Mike. I hear he tried to sell his frozen pizza to people on the streets of Tokyo. Yes, he has learned Japanese. He's learned Japanese from watching all of Naruto. However, he did not sell a single frozen pizza. Will his luck change tonight against Azumi Takahashi? Here in the Tokyo Dome, HONOO number 2, the Revival Chapter of King's Road. Starting off with some good arm wrenches, but Mike locked in that turkey wing for just a moment. Both fighters are very equally matched here, but Wild Mike has that wild intensity. You never know what you're going to get with Wild Mike. He has a flawless record in HONOO Pro Wrestling thus far. As he takes Azumi down the mat, Azumi says no. But Mike continuing to work on that neck of hers. Mike with a Capo strike rush, Shote strike rush. But Azumi's fighting back. Mike has the clear striking advantage here, but Azumi can pull it out from out of nowhere like the best of them. But Mike is showing a considerably more relaxed approach to this match, just going to work with those slow holds, even though we saw sparks of that wild intensity earlier with his kicks. And he locks in that elevated Boston Crab. Azumi with the rodeo stretch. That's her finishing move. Perhaps it came out a bit too early. Wild Mike going to work on Azumi's arms. And that kick! That was an excellent fake out. Mike continuing to go to work. This is a smarter Mike. This is a calmer Mike, but can he recapture that wild spirit? Azumi with a big kick, locking in a devastating armbar. Seconds into the second round. Mike with an excellent chop rush, followed by a low kick, but Azumi with the wakigatame. Azumi's fired up. Wild Mike chose a more relaxed approach for this match, but Azumi's holds are flat out more focused. However, if Wild Mike can get damage in on everything, Azumi might not stand a chance. Azumi looking to end Wild Mike's near-flawless record, but Mike with the jumping neck breaker. Azumi counters on the mat. Wild Mike with the shoulder hold. Azumi trapping the leg, but she has not done a single second of work on that leg prior to this. Wild Mike with a running nothing, but he was just psyching her out, but she counters, cross arm breaker. Mike behind, he's going for it. The penalty kick. Azumi gets up at the 5 count. But Mike is furious. Mike with the Pele kick. And the running, jumping, big boot, shoulder hold. She very well may have been saved by the bell. Azumi with the arm whip and locking in an arm bar. What an excellent contest to open HONOO in the Tokyo Dome. Azumi locking in that cross arm breaker. It was not enough, but Mike is showing clear signs of fatigue. But he's fired up. Can Azumi get up from that? Azumi up at the 7 count. Mike goes for another feint, but misses. Goes for the hip throw. Azumi counters. Cross arm breaker. Mike's arms have been destroyed at this point. All Azumi does. What is Azumi doing? Azumi! What is she thinking? That might have doomed her. Azumi up at the 9 count. The miracle. What if she falls one more time? Azumi. Yes, Azumi. This has to be it. This has to be it. Wild Mike with another hip throw. On the mat. Azumi counters. Wild Mike counters. Shoulder hold. It's over. What an incredible match to open HONOO number 2 at the Tokyo Dome. I'm speechless. Wild Mike. 100% well deserved. Welcome back to HONOO number 2 live from the Tokyo Dome. As Ross Cromley, the boxer, gets ready to face Killbo, the kickboxing clown. Now, Killbo is an excellent competitor. Just look at those shoes. Those aren't just shoes, those are his real feet. Yes, Killbo was born with a special power, but with great power comes great responsibility and great kicks to the head. Tonight, Killbo will be accompanied by Chuckles. Yes, Chuck Kills. Both of these fighters are known for being very exciting, but Cromley in particular will rush this match. He will rush Killbo the clown, Killbo the kickboxing clown, straight to the hospital. That is, if Killbo does not hit Ross Cromley with one of those flash kicks of his. Yes, because every time you take one of Killbo's kicks, your retirement grows ever closer. Of course, the same can be said of Ross Cromley's signature move, the Uraken, the back fist. It seems that Killbo is favoring the defensive approach here while Ross Cromley is just swinging wildly, but if any of those moves hit, this could be good as over. However, the more he misses, the more openings he gives Killbo, the kickboxing clown, who is as defensive as ever as he lands that fierce low kick. Cromley just spun right into a strike exchange, and he does not come out on top. Killbo is clearly the smarter fighter here, I would say. Cromley's taking all of these risks, and I don't know if that will pay off for him in the long run. It will not, as Killbo lands a flash kick. Ross Cromley, he didn't play it nearly as safe as he should have, and it shows. Killbo, the kickboxing clown, has defeated Ross Cromley. A tidy victory, a quick, fierce low kick. Welcome back to HONOO number 2 live from the Tokyo Dome, as is now time for our second Karateka vs. Karateka match of the night. As Bluce Lee, wearing that new gear of his, new trunks, new boots, yes, those wraps, feet wraps, and he will be fighting Xemyr Le Bae. Yes, Xemyr is not here on commentary, but you can always count on him to show up to the ring. Both men have shown their skill. Bluce Lee on HONOO Afterburn, Xemyr Le Bae in the HONOO GP. Will this match be as exciting as Azumi Takahashi versus Wild Mike? Maybe not, but that's the thing in HONOO Pro Wrestling. Anything can happen, and anything will happen. both of these fighters are very focused on kicks. You see, karatecas, they do not have to be focused on anything in particular, but both these men, they favor striking with their kicks, and Xemyr with those chops. This match is dynamite right out of the gate. All of these big moves, Xemyr locking in a cross arm breaker for just a second. Bluce Lee slowing down a little. But Bluce Lee down on the mat. Xemyr counters, no. Bluce Lee trying to put some distance between him and Xemyr, but it is not working. Bluce Lee on the back. Get the V trigger. Jesus. And it's shining. Gee. This match. They're racing. They're racing to the finish. They know that their competition was Azumi Takahashi versus Wild Mike. They know that they have to step it up. Oh no, the one thing you can always count on is the competitors. The competitors and their hunger. Their hunger to succeed, their hunger to entertain. Xemyr with a massive chop, Bluce Lee back on the mat with the cross arm breaker. Xemyr with some feints. Down on the mat, but the round is over. Yes, that was just the first round. That was just the first round. That was only the first round. What could possibly happen in the second when you have two competitors like this? Bluce Lee takes his first fall. He gets back up on his feet at the 4 count. Bluce slowing Xemyr down again. Maybe that fast pace isn't beneficial to him. Because the faster the pace, the faster he falls. Xemyr taking Bluce Lee down to the mat once more, but Bluce says no and locks in that cross arm breaker, but only for a second. The judo throw! The Ippon Seonage! If I said that wrong, Xemyr will come back from his bed at home and hit me. Bluce Lee down on the mat, locks in another cross arm breaker. Now working on the legs, but that will get him absolutely nowhere, and Bluce Lee knows that. He is just desperate at this point as Xemyr is outclassing him, but he's still got it on the mat. However, those holds cannot match up to the pure damage per second potential that we have seen so far. Xemyr goes up, but no. That might have been his undoing, and Bluce Lee, no! Bluce Lee! What? What is in going through the veins of those karatekas? Heading into the 3rd round, this match has been absolute excitement from start to finish. But this could very well be it. Bluce up at the 9 count. Shades of Azumi Takahashi earlier tonight with another V trigger. The Kamigoye! But Xemyr says no. Xemyr with an incredible victory. Absolutely electric. After his match With Azumi Takahashi, Wild Mike has had some very important things to say. As you can see on Twitter, yes, on Twitter, he says, "I hate when asbestos gets in my eyes." That's Wild Mike for you, even as his perfect streak was ruined. Wild Mike, he still takes it like a champ. Welcome back to HONOO number 2 live from the Tokyo Dome as Vanessa Saunders prepares for her match against Cadman. Yes, the rookie kickboxer will take on Cadman, but do not count her out just yet as she is very, very impressive so far. Cadman has had great matches against competitors like Victor Kai. Now, Vanessa Saunders, will that young rookie, that hot prospect, will they show their skill tonight on the grandest stage of them all, the Tokyo Dome? Saunders going for some high-risk moves there, just like Killbo the Kickboxing Clown did earlier. One of them just paid off. Of course, both of these kickboxers, they're both kickboxers. They know what's in each other's playbooks, and what isn't. The techniques that aren't will be the difference maker, like those fast strike rushes from Cadman. But Vanessa Saunders knows how to adapt. She is getting inside the head of Cadman. It is almost as if we are watching Cadman face himself, his equal in every way. Vanessa with a great sequence there. Both competitors swinging for a fierce low kick. Neither hits the mark. Saunders, it's very close and hard to tell, but it appears Saunders has gotten more strikes in, but this may be about to change, and no. Saunders wins the strike exchange. Hits another fierce low kick. Cadman trying to catch up in a big way. But Saunders is hungry, that burning spirit inside of her. Cadman with a bit of a sneaky kick there. He might start resorting to stuff like that to try and get an edge over Saunders. This is very surprising, coming from a veteran fighter versus a rookie. Of course, both competitors, if either has anything over their opponent, it's just an inch. That will, of course, change in this second round. Saunders popping Ian Cadman in the face. Saunders, 2 kicks to the midsection. Cadman whipping out an excellent strike rush. The biggest rush we have seen in this match thus far. Will Vanessa Saunders answer with one of her own, and Cadman with a very high kick. Almost looking to decapitate Saunders, but whereas he goes high, Saunders goes low, and Saunders goes high again. Another fierce strike rush. Saunders wins. But will she win the entire match? Not for now, as Cadman gets up, strikes back with an excellent strike rush. Saunders with the trusty kicks. However, those aren't big enough to put him away right now. Cadman trying to stall with a tackle. No, both fighters are tired. They're worn down. This is merely a battle of attrition at this point, as Ian Cadman knocked Vanessa Saunders out. That's one way to take the lead. Welcome back to HONOO number 2, live from the Tokyo Dome as Tyson Apollo prepares to face The Wall Jr. Yes, a HONOO GP rematch. Tyson Apollo the boxer, The Wall Jr. a boxer turned hybrid fighter. Now, it can be said that Tyson Apollo defeated The Wall Jr. very early in the GP and may have psyched him out for the entire tournament as he just underperformed. However, with The Wall's excellent performance against Lukas von Hahn at the Revival in Kyoto, perhaps The Wall Jr.'s status is about to rise once again. And if that will happen, now is absolutely the time as he faces Tyson Apollo here in the Tokyo Dome with Team Wall in his corner. Now, The Wall Jr., he is much bigger than Tyson Apollo, but Tyson Apollo has that speed advantage. But with The Wall Jr.'s repertoire of excellent submission holds in addition to that striking ability, he could just choke Tyson Apollo out like it is nothing. Apollo, bit more defensive here. Yes, he's a more defensive fighter than The Wall Jr. The Wall Jr. who just pulls out massive moves like that spear of his and that power bomb. He takes risks, and all of those risks, they pile up and they don't all pay off. Wall Jr. trying to take Tyson Apollo down to the mat, but he is going to have to try harder than that. Tyson Apollo counters, but the Wall locks in that deadly back counter armbar that he is so very well known for. That's the thing with the Wall. He may be a power fighter, but he knows how to pick away. He knows how to break down your limbs, second by second, inch by inch, step by step. Apollo is doing very well so far for an opponent that's so big compared to him, but he keeps falling into that armbar. If the Wall Jr. can take out Tyson Apollo's arms, he doesn't have much left. He's getting in a lot of strikes there. Yes, the Wall is an awfully big target. The Wall with those short uppercuts. Now the Wall seems to be a bit more defensive. He knows what his opponent has, and he is being cautious. He knows Tyson Apollo is a threat as long as those arms are still functional. But Tyson Apollo with the excellent body blow. Apollo mock punch rush. But the Wall is hungry. Hungry for a victory against the man who potentially started his string of bad luck. With a drop kick! Excellent drop kick from the Wall Jr. How can a man that large hit a drop kick like that? Of course, the Wall isn't all flashy moves as he just demonstrated, trying to pick away that leg and then the arm once again. But Apollo, another body blow. The Wall gets up at the 5 count. The Wall, the Mongolian chop, and here it comes! Spear! And another just as the bell rang. Apollo's days are numbered. But not really, because the Wall is also on thin ice, but Tyson Apollo, that ice is about to crumble for Tyson Apollo. Apollo gets up at the 4 count. What an excellent contest. But the Wall is done playing games with Tyson Apollo, but Tyson Apollo, that spirit of his, just still burns bright. Up as the Wall. The Wall, his fatal flaw here, it's a lack of focus that could be his undoing. Tyson Apollo just keeps putting the pressure on, but the Wall, with that lariat, that decapitating lariat. Apollo gets up at the 9 count, just barely. Apollo with the mock punch rush. Can the Wall get up? The Wall falls to Tyson Apollo. Tyson Apollo is ruthless. for his upcoming match with Sam Bopp. Richard Richards has called out Sam Bopp on Twitter. Yes, he has said some rather distasteful words. He's calling Sam Bopp a joke. He is calling him a disgrace. But not only that, not only is he disrespecting Sam Bopp, the championship boxer, in that way, but he is also making some outlandish claims. Yes, Richard Richards seems to be aiming for the wife of Sam Bopp. This has just gone personal. As a response to Richard Richards, Sam Bopp only had this simple thing to say. Yes, in the tradition of the great Muhammad Ali, Sam Bopp has called the round in which he will knock out Richard Richards. He says that he will knock out Richard Richards in the very first round of their fight. Sam Bopp versus Richard Richards. Perhaps the absolute best boxer in HONOO versus one of the best hybrid fighters, a HONOO GP semi-finalist. While normally just be a typical exhibition, Bopp called out Richards on Twitter. Yes, he called out Richards on Twitter after Richards made a bold statement that he would fuck Bopp's wife. In his response, Bopp, in the great tradition of Muhammad Ali, called the round that he would knock Richards out in. The very first round. Welcome back to HONOO number 2. It is now time for Richard Richards versus Sam Bopp. A routine challenge from Sam Bopp turned personal. Richard Richards was first called out just a week ago, but in his place, Killbo the Clown faced Sam Bopp. Because Richards knows that the only stage for a match this big, the only stage for a major Richard Richards match is the Tokyo Dome. Of course, Sam Bopp is a man who is not concerned about such things. He knows. He does not care if it is the Tokyo Dome or the Sears parking lot. Sam Bopp sees Richard Richards, and he sees the very first pebble on his road to the HONOO World Heavyweight Championship. Of course, Richard Richards, uncharacteristically violent there. Did you see those headbutts, that headbutt rush? After losing to Davey English, Richard Richards, a man who should be in the finals tonight, after losing, he is angry. Richards is desperate to regain that status that so rightfully belongs to him. He is a man who should be in that main event. Can you imagine looking at that card and looking at the main event and your name isn't there? Sam Bopp. Back to the match. Sam Bopp just went for an early uppercut. You know, that 1-2 elbow, followed by the uppercut. That is a signature sequence. Bopp is not playing around when he said that he will knock Richards out in the very first round. However, he may have underestimated Richard Richards, because Richards is very hard to knock out someone in the very first round in HONOO when you're fighting a hybrid fighter with all those extra tricks that boxers don't know how to deal with. But Bopp will try. Bopp, if he doesn't live up to his promise. But Richards! See, Bopp did not know Richards was like this. He did not know he was violent, but will he rise to that challenge? He has just 20 seconds left to rise to that challenge, and it is not going to happen. Bopp, who made a bold claim and failed to deliver. But Bopp, that doesn't mean the fight's lost. Richards is running wild. Sam Bopp severely underestimated his opponent, but the same might be said for Richards. Because these men existed in separate universes. But Richards, for the assault on the mat. Richards is angry. He is barely letting Bopp get an inch over him. But Bopp! Richards takes his first fall. How ironic it would be if this made it to the third round. But when you're in the ring with Richards, that's very, very unlikely. As he shows more desperate moves, a headbutt, another headbutt. This is the new Richards. He is angry. He is taking everyone's wife. He is headbutting his way to the gold. What a violent match. How? How could Richards, how could Sam Bopp underdeliver on his promise to knock Richards out in the first round? I'll tell you, Richards is a strong man, but he is angry, and that anger is the fuel to his fire, the desire to regain his status in HONOO Pro. Sam Bopp thought this was going to be easy for him, but he doesn't have a small climb ahead of him. He has a mountain, and that mountain's name is Richards. Everyone wondered who will invest in Midnight Jones, but as always, the answer is a crushing disappointment. His name is Mr. Monopoly, and this is Community Chest. Yes, the famous billionaire and innovator of unethical human experimentation has come to HONOO, alongside Hulk and the embodiment of fear. Of course, the very moment Midnight Jones sold out, he became merely Mr. Monopoly's loaded gun for dealing with Victor Kai, engaging in ridiculous beatdowns, knocking Kai out cold. Victor Kai was a member of Community Chest back in the days of BDW, but he went his own way, preferring to fight for himself. But Mr. Monopoly never forgets. However, this professional wrestling bullshit led to a referee getting fired for ringing the bell. Yes, he was bribed, but then Kai fought back. Kai fought back when he made his return with his friends from BDW, and now the vicious cycle of violence must come to an end. Midnight Jones, a hot young prospect caught in the middle of a war between Victor Kai and the Machine. Tonight, the fire inside their souls will burn. Hello, welcome back to HONOO number 2, live from the Tokyo Dome as Victor Kai prepares to face Midnight Jones. It is nothing personal, but Victor Kai has to beat Midnight Jones to get to Mr. Monopoly and Community Chest. As Kai is entering with 2 of his friends from BDW as backup. Now Midnight Jones, that bastard Midnight Jones, entering with the entirety of Community Chest in the Tokyo Dome. I'm surprised Mr. Monopoly is even still allowed in Tokyo. After everything Mr. Monopoly has done to further degeneration, I hope after Victor Kai knocks out Midnight Jones that he saves some for Mr. Monopoly. Of course, while this match may not be anything personal between Victor Kai and Midnight Jones seems to have been given explicit instructions by Mr. Monopoly. Yes, of course he has. He's hired by Mr. Monopoly, and he's just being ruthless so far. He is aiming for that knockout. He might get that first round knockout Sam Bopp proclaimed he would. Of course, Victor Kai. For Victor Kai, that burning desire to get to Mr. Monopoly, that man, that monster in Midnight Jones's corner. He is not angry at Midnight Jones the man, but his anger, his fighting spirit would not let him go easy on Midnight Jones. Especially when Midnight Jones is forcing Victor Kai's hand with so many potential knockout blows. In fact, if you ask me, it looks like Kai might not be able to keep up. It's a horrible thing to think about, because Midnight Jones is that bastard who invited that toxic presence here in HONOO. Victor Kai with the jumping knee drop. Midnight Jones with a body blow rush. Kai is not going down easily. The Boncho rush. Another jumping knee drop. But Midnight Jones, each and any one of those punches, it could have been the knockout. Kai saved by the bell. That could have been it. I'm on the edge of my seat. I do not know how this match could turn out, and if Victor Kai can't stop Midnight Jones, who can? Who can stop Mr. Monopoly from further degeneration of HONOO Pro Wrestling in this sacred sport? Kai is ruthless. Stay down. Stay down for the sake of all of us. Kai, but Midnight Jones, no! Kai has to get up here. Kai gets up at the 5 count, but the fact remains that Midnight Jones can end this at any time he wants. Another glorious strike exchange. Victor Kai comes out on top. But Midnight Jones! Kai, can he get up from this? He gets up at the 6 count. Kai has to start being more defensive here, or he has to put the pressure on immediately. Yes, with a great strike rush like that. Kai's visibly exhausted. This is physically and emotionally exhausting for a man like Victor Kai who knows the weight on his shoulders. But Victor Kai is too tired. Luckily, it is the end of round 2, heading into round 3. Victor Kai versus Midnight Jones. HONOO's integrity. It hangs in the balance if Victor Kai cannot get up. Kai falls! At the 10 count, Midnight Jones, the reign of Mr. Monopoly, community chest. It continues, and now that Victor Kai is out of the way, now that Mr. Monopoly's greatest enemy is out of the way, anything can happen. Anything. Mr. Monopoly will ruin this promotion if he gets the chance. What started as an exhibition match on the very first episode of HONOO Afterburn escalated in a flash. Ricky Quick versus Lukas von Hahn. An excellent match where Quick showed remarkable endurance, hold for hold, blow by blow. An excellent match. Enough to convince von Hahn to challenge him once more. Von Hahn captured the victory despite Ricky Quick's incredible leg endurance, but the series would continue. A best-of-3 series. The next match, taking place at Afterburn number 3, was as excellent as its predecessor, with flashy holds and exciting action. Quick once again showed remarkable endurance, and then he tied up the series with a front face lock victory, and the match was set. Quick versus Hahn. The winner gets the shot of a lifetime, a match against the HONOO World's Heavyweight Champion. Welcome back to HONOO number 2. It is the co-main event, as Ricky Quick will take on Lukas Hahn in the concluding match of their best of 3 series, and the winner, yes, the winner will take on the HONOO World Heavyweight Championship in 1 month. Yes, the HONOO World Heavyweight Champion. Whoever walks out here tonight with the gold will face one of these 2 men. Yes, he will defend it. This is an excellent chance for 2 of the brightest stars of HONOO Afterburn. Quick and Hahn have history, as was shown in that preceding video. Do they have anything new left to show off in the Tokyo Dome, the grandest stage of them all? Lukas Hahn with an excellent palm strike rush there. In these early stages of the match, strikes like that can make all of the difference. And in Ricky Quick's corner is Ricky Backdrop, his trainer. Yes, his trainer, who he faced on Afterburn Episode 6. Lukas Hahn with an excellent rolling leg lock there. The early goings of their matches appear to be uneventful, but look closely. In every movement, there is something to be studied. These are 2 men who have perfected their craft. Quick locking in an excellent sleeper hold, but not excellent enough that Lukas Hahn could immediately break out of it. He goes for those ankles of Ricky Quick. Yes, that is a thing with their matches. They're very leg work focused. But Ricky Quick starts to shake it up a bit. Hahn with a chicken wing. The end of round 1, heading into round 2, neither fighter has the clear advantage, but that is about to change with excellent moves like that. Quick locking in a cross arm breaker. Quick has Hahn down on the mat, but Hahn says no. Hahn locking in that chicken wing once more. Quick jumps, leg lock, and Lukas Hahn with one of his own. Quick again into the cross arm breaker. This is a pure submission exhibition. As Quick goes back to work on those legs, the striking has ceased, and it is all holds. Cutting straight to the heart of the matter as Lukas Hahn one-ups Ricky Quick at his own game, locking in those excellent cross arm breakers. Quick with a neck chancery, but Hahn back up on his feet immediately, takes Quick down and locks in that ankle lock. The one true ankle lock. And again. Can Quick show remarkable endurance once more in their 3rd match on the grandest stage of them all in Tokyo, Japan? Hahn locks in another cross arm breaker. As the seconds tick down to the end of round 2, they were being a bit more defensive, but quick. Quick, trying to force Lukas von Hahn's hand last minute. Heading into round 3, anything can happen. But von Hahn with that elbow and going back, but Ricky quick. But von Hahn locks in the ankle lock. Von Hahn with an excellent sweep kick mounting. Ricky quick, this could be it. Von Hahn has favored the legs, whereas Ricky Quick has favored the arms, but orienteering with napalm death. Even if he tapped to a hold like that, and the leg work, it paid off. It paid off. This could be it. Quick is not ready to go down. Quick is absolutely not ready to go down, but von Hahn doesn't care. Von Hahn. Ricky Quick is desperately trying to catch up to Lukas von Hahn, but his legs are just so much more damaged than von Hahn's arms, but he still manages that tiger spin. This is insane. Quick is giving it everything he has, but von Hahn, it's time. He says, it's time. Lukas von Hahn right in front of Ricky backdrop. Ricky Quick's mentor. Lukas von Hahn will challenge the HONOO World Heavyweight Champion. The World Heavyweight Champion that will be decided very soon. Stay tuned. Thorpe had this to say about his opponent, Davey English. He says that he should just stay home. Yes, Danny Thorpe says that that championship just practically belongs to him already. But Davey English is the strongest man in HONOO, perhaps. Just taunting a guy like that is like signing your will. In the epic HONOO GP, amidst tense battles and close calls, two men stood tall above all others. The wrestler, Davey English, king of Block A. the hybrid fighter, Danny Thorpe, the conqueror of Block B. Two of HONOO's absolute best will walk into the ring, but only one man will leave as the new World Heavyweight Champion. 5 rounds, 30 minutes. The time for the revival of Bushido excellence is now. Welcome to the main event of HONOO number 2, the biggest match in HONOO history thus far. It is Davey English versus Danny Thorpe for the HONOO World Heavyweight Championship. For the HONOO GP trophy. This match will be 5 rounds, 25 minutes, with a special TKO rule. Yes, a special TKO rule, 5 TKOs. This match will be a definitive fight. Here tonight in the Tokyo Dome, the world champion will be determined. The payoff. So many nights, 6 nights of the HONOO GP have all led up to this. Davey English, a man who conquered Richard Richards, a man as fearful as Richard Richards. He defeated Richard Richards twice. Danny Thorpe, a perfect 7 victories, 0 losses record in HONOO Pro. Either Thorpe loses that perfect record, or English falls. Tonight, this is the biggest match I have ever had the opportunity to call. Of course, when it's 2 fighters like this, there's almost a sense of doubt. A sense of doubt that they could even make use of 5 rounds, because men like this, they could just end it all. They could just end it all before the end of the first round even, with stuff like this. Yes! Thorpe just snapped Davey English's arm in his most important match. Thorpe, he was right. Davey English, he was not ready for this. He was not ready for Thorpe. Thorpe just destroyed Davey English, capturing the HONOO GP gold. He is the new HONOO World Heavyweight Championship. Yes, Thorpe. I'm speechless. There has to be a rematch down the line, but for now, Thorpe has forcibly taken that HONOO World Heavyweight Championship by just snapping Davey English's arm clean in half. Thank you for tuning in to HONOO number 2 live from the Tokyo Dome. Good night.